Hi friends, welcome to Beautifully Bookish Bethany. Today's video is a rarity for me. I am bringing you a book haul. This is primarily going to be a New York Comic Con book haul because if you didn't know, New York Comic Con is actually a pretty excellent place to go if you're a fan of books. I bought a few books while I was there, but there were also a lot of incredible giveaways, including advanced reader copies and finished copies of books and some stuff coming out that I'm excited to share with you. But I also have some book mail that has been piling up, so I thought, you know, let's throw that in here too. I don't do regular book haul videos anymore. They're more of like an occasional one-off thing. So you're welcome. You're about to get an epic book haul. And also, if I look different, yes, I did just get my hair cut. It was kind of a big chop, but I love it. Part of it is because I've been growing out my undercut. I wanted to go back to brown for the time being because the upkeep on the dyed hair is kind of a lot, and I wanted it to all be cohesive. And so thank you, Leela from Headspace Salon. If you're in New York and you're looking for somebody amazing, she does a great job. So yeah, this is the new look. Very excited. With that said, I'm going to start with the stacks of book mail that are not Comic-Con related, and then we will dive into the two very large piles of New York Comic-Con books that I have to share with you. I did have two things that are already opened that came in recently that I'm really excited about that I wanted to share. The first is The Black Hunger by Nicholas Pullen. This just came out in October from Red Hook and Orbit, and they sent me a copy. Terror is a Journey. This sounds really cool. It's gothic horror. John Sackville will soon be dead. Shadows writhe in the corners of his cell as he mourns the death of his secret lover, and the gnawing hunger inside him grows impossible to ignore. He must write his last testament before it is too late. It is a story steeped in history and myth, a journey from stone circles in Scotland to the barren wilderness of Ukraine where otherworldly creatures stalk the night, ending in the icy peaks of Tibet and Mongolia where an ancient evil stirs. It sounds super fun. I plan to read this one soon, so thank you to Orbit for that. And then an author I love is coming out with their first adult fantasy romance or romantasy book, and I am very excited. And they reached out to me and asked if I would be interested in an early copy, and I said hell yeah, because it was already on my list. So this is coming out March 25th of 2025. Exquisite Ruin by Adrienne May. They also write under A.M. Strickland for their YA stuff. He's a demigod in demonic form, a ray of light forged into a quicksilver blade. I nearly want to open my throat against the edge of him, but not to betray him. So this is spicy, adult, darkish fantasy romance, and they usually write kind of queer stuff. I don't know if this is specifically, but I'm very excited. It's got enemies to lovers, or lovers to enemies to lovers to enemies to question mark, a sorceress with amnesia. It sounds incredible. I'm very excited to read it, so thank you so much to the author for getting me a copy of that. This, I believe, is a Kickstarter order for a graphic novel, and I'm pretty sure that's what this is. So I'm gonna help y'all out and actually get some scissors, all right? I know people like to yell at me for using my fingers for everything, so I'll try to use scissors. Fun! Okay, so this is True Believers, a horror comic by Stephen Graham Jones and others. The calm before the convention and where the cosplayers fear to tread. First two installments in it, which is fun, and then it also came with a sticker and a guitar pick. So excited to read those comics. I love Stephen Graham Jones. He does really cool horror. Somebody sent me that he was doing a Kickstarter and I was like, cool, let's do it. Then I've got a few Barnes & Noble orders because 'tis the season for things I've pre-ordered to be coming out. I think one of these boxes honestly might be holiday presents, but most of them are pre-orders. I'm gonna have so much to go in the recycling. First up, yay! The Bitter End by Alexa Dunn, which I have already read, but I'm happy to have a finished copy. Fair warning, I am friends and mutuals with Alexa, but I really like her books. This is her latest YA thriller. It is an isolated closed circle murder mystery following very privileged teens from a private school who go on a senior trip into the mountains and get snowed in with a killer who might be one of them. There's very bad behavior, it's super dramatic and messy, and it's got lots of twists, and I really liked it. So excited to have my finished copy. Next up, this feels like a smaller book. It's like moving around in there. Oh god. Jeez. Like, does not want to open, man. Jeez. Okay. Oh, yay! This is exciting. Oh, it's tiny, but it's so pretty. This is The Wood at Midwinter by Susanna Clark. I mean, ooh, look at the gilding on that. It's a little illustrated short story that just sounded really cool. It's set in the world of Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell, and I just had to have it. It's very tiny, so that'll be a quick read. That's fun. Another Barnes & Noble. I think I know what this one probably is, if I'm right. If I am right, it's one I would like to read very soon. Oh my god. What did they do? I feel like they changed their packaging and it just does not want to open very easily. We got, yes! A Vile Season by David Ferraro. I'm so excited. This is his second book. It is queer, gothic vampires and vampire hunters. Bridgerton meets The Bachelor in this queer Regency romance of a vampire competing for the heart of a duke. I'm very excited about that. I loved his first book. And then the final Barnes & Noble package I have is this one. Again, I think this one might be Christmas presents for people in my family, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Yes, that is exactly what it is. But if you're interested, we have the final book of the Expanse series for my husband and the new edition of the Player's Handbook for D&D for my 10-year-old. So they will be very excited. I have a Book of the Month box. I've got a couple packages from publishers, and then we're gonna get into all the New York Comic Con books. So 4 Book of the Month this month, which I don't always get them if they're not interesting, but this month I got 2. We have The Dagger and the Flame by Catherine Doyle, which sounded really fun. It's YA fantasy romance. In the dark underbelly of a beautiful city, 2 rival gang members are pitted against each other in a deadly game of duty and revenge in which the most dangerous mistake is falling in love. The reviews looked pretty good, so I'm excited to give that one a shot. And then I just could not resist Dearest by Jackie Walters. If you can't tell, it's horror. It's got a really creepy child on the front. A new mom in need of help opens the door to her long estranged mother, only to invite something much darker inside. Yikes. It sounded interesting. So those were my Book of the Month picks. Then I got a very fun looking package from Entangled. This is Dating and Dismemberment, a monster rom-com. Which sounds really wild. Couples who slay together, stay together. This is really funny. A monstrously feel-good, cozy fantasy full of love, laughter, lore, and limbs. Enemies to lovers, found family, slice of life, literally. Grumpy, slightly less grumpy, touch her and die, diverse cast of characters, ER, monsters, HEA. ER? I feel like that's supposed to stand for something. That's fine. Anyway, so we have Dating and Dismemberment, a monster rom-com by A.L. Brody. This sounds incredibly entertaining. A monstrous rom-com. So that's great. Thank you so much to Entangled for sending me a copy. I will add it to my TBR. Last thing before we get to Comic-Con stuff, I got a Halloween package from Fierce Reads, which is very exciting. They periodically send me exciting mailings. This is the YA arm of Macmillan. So I'm gonna use my scissors again and we'll see what we got. There we go. Fierce Reads Halloween. There's a few things in here. All right, number 1. Get it out. Oh, yay! I am about to read this and now I have a finished copy. Don't Let the Forest In by C.G. Drews. I have an ARC and now, ooh, look at that spine, that's cool. So this is queer YA gothic horror. That sounds right up my alley, which is why I'm very excited to read it. It sounds creepy. So it starts in the modern day with a high school senior who writes twisted fairy tales for a boy that he loves, and then something weird is going on. There's a creepy forest. I don't know. I think it's going to be great. I'm excited. Thank you for the finished copy. Amazing. Next. Oh, cool. I am also interested in this one. Killer House Party by Lily Anderson, RSVP to RIP. Red Solo Cups? Check. Snacks? Check. Abandoned mansion full of countless horrors that won't let you leave? Check. Okay, so we've got the party to end all parties. This sounds really fun and campy. I have read other things from Lily Anderson that I really enjoyed, so I am looking forward to that. I think it's going to be a good time. Last one. Oh, okay. I had not heard about this. We Are Hunted by Tomi Oyamakinde. Interesting. It's a weird cover. Experience Paradise Reimagined. When 17-year-old Femi Fatona and his older brother are forced to accompany their dad to an island resort, Femi is not looking forward to it. After all, he hasn't exactly been getting along with either of them lately. Not much is known about the resort they'll be staying at, as it's on a newly discovered island and is shrouded in non-disclosure agreements, but at least it promises to be full of the extravagant luxuries they're used to. But then, of course, there's secrets, there's animals turning feral. It sounds interesting. I will admit I tried his debut novel and didn't get on super great with the writing. However, this premise sounds interesting, and sometimes a second book goes better, so we're gonna try it out. Awesome. Thank you so much to Fierce Reads. What a great lineup. With that said, let's dive into all of the New York Comic Con books. There are so many of them. So some of these are things that'll go to my kids. Some of it I'm also going to read. There's one book in particular that I am most excited about. So yeah, there was like one, if I was going to get one book this trip, this was the one, and I got it, so you'll see. But first, we have a copy of Skandar and the Unicorn Thief by A.F. Stedman. This is the first book in a middle grade fantasy series that is extremely popular, so maybe my kids will also be into it. We're gonna give that a try. It was a giveaway. From Saga Press, I have Space Oddity by Catherine M. Valente, which it looks like just came out, unless the date got changed. It was supposed to be September. The gonzo galactic humor that made space opera a Hugo Award finalist and Instant USA bestseller returns as award-winning author Catherine M. Valente takes us back out to the strange side of the galaxy. I'm gonna be honest, Catherine M. Valente's writing style is not totally my jam. So this is one that for me will probably go into a giveaway pile, but I know a lot of people really love her writing, and I hear that it is very weird, kind of campy, over-the-top science fiction mixed with comedy, so maybe check it out if that sounds like your thing. Then we have a middle grade graphic novel that sounds really great. This is Anang and the Ribbon Skirts by Cameron Mukwa. It is about a 10-year-old who wants to make a ribbon skirt, which is a piece of clothing worn by women in the Anishinaabe tradition for an upcoming powwow. But Anang is two-spirit and non-binary and doesn't know what others will think of them wearing a ribbon skirt, but they're determined to follow their heart's desire. This sounds really great, honestly. I'm super excited to read this and also share this with my kids, so really happy to have that. It's from Scholastic. Another middle grade graphic novel that I was delighted to get because I love this author's work is A Song for You and I by Kay O'Neill. I love Kay O'Neill's stuff so much. They did the Tea Dragon Society. That's probably what they're best known for. This is a new book, What Happens When the Hero Fails. Rowan is a ranger. That is what they were always meant to be, the protector, someone strong. But when Rowan's own impulsive actions cause injury to their flying horse, Rowan suddenly loses sight of who they are. Reassigned to the outskirts with the lackadaisical shepherd Leone, Rowan isn't sure what the future holds. What if they weren't meant to be a hero? What else is there? Why does it seem like Leone, their new partner, might have the answers Rowan has been looking for? Again, love this. We've got another non-binary main character. Very excited. Their stuff makes me cry more often than not, so yeah. Okay, this next one, I did not actually get the book at Comic-Con, but I did get it signed at Comic-Con by the author, because there are a lot of amazing authors. So if you want to go meet authors and get your book signed, this is Lore of the Wilds by Annalisa Brana, a romantasy that I really need to read. It's been sitting on my shelves. It was a gift from my husband, and now it is signed, so I really need to read it. And it's so beautiful, and book 2 is coming out soon, so it is on the list. I did buy myself a copy of American Rapture by C.J. Lead, which I recently read, and I think I read it for a vlog project actually. So I can link that up above. This is another one I bought because I wanted a copy, but also I wanted to get it signed, and the author signed it, and I met her and we talked for a bit, and she was really lovely. This is great if you like horror and want to read something about religious trauma. So maybe check out my review on Goodreads, because there are some real big content warnings with this. It may not be for everybody, but I was a fan. Next is a Del Rey advanced reader copy, At the Bottom of the Garden by Camilla Bruce. This goes on sale January 28th, and it looks creepy. Some secrets are better left buried. I love something with a creepy house on the cover. A murderess becomes the guardian of two very unusual girls in this mesmerizing gothic novel. Y'all know I love a gothic novel. I love a creepy house. It's speaking to me. I'm very excited to read that one. Then another book that I got to get signed. I may own a copy of this already, but if I do, it's fine. Now I have a signed one. And I really loved this book. This is The Spare Man by Mary Robinette Kowal, which I realized I've been saying her last name wrong. It's Cowell, or Cowell? Cowell. I was saying Kowal, it's Cowell. So she signed it and did something very nice. We had a lovely conversation. If you haven't seen my New York Comic Con vlog yet, I will link it up above, go check it out. I got invited by Tor to a party and had a really nice conversation with this author about how much I love this. It is a cozy murder mystery in space, and it's so good. And there's a really cute service dog, and she was like, oh, I love that you love it. Do you want a stuffed version? Look at that. Look at that. It's so cute and so soft of the dog from the book. So thank you, Mary Robinette Cole. That was so sweet. I love it. So this is Gimlet from The Spare Man, and it even says ISS Lundgren on the little handkerchief. It's so cute. That was really sweet. I love it. Got some stuff for my kids. We got some sunglasses. We got a Bluey ears headband and a Bluey Reed poster. Thank you to Penguin Random House Kids. Love it. They had so many great giveaways. My kids came Sunday and had so much fun. Another thing I bought was from the Hachette booth. I thought this was so cool that they were doing this, and I couldn't resist, so I'm going to open it with you. They were doing Blind Date with a Diverse Book, which is so cool. Some of them I think I knew what they were, but this sounded intriguing. It is an adult romantasy, Black author, Black female main character, male main character. Be careful what you wish for, a warm hug in a book. It's so good they lose track of time, and Spice rating is 3.5 out of 5, which sounds great. I don't know what this is. I don't know if I've read it already. Let's open it and find out. I just loved this concept. What is it? Oh my God. I totally have a copy of this book. Why didn't I put this together? I mean, it's great. I love this. This is Deja Brew by Celestine Martin, the third book in her cozy fantasy romance series. That is so funny. Yeah, this is actually very good. I have another copy right over there. So now I have 2 of them. I will find something to do with it, but yeah, I love that. I loved that concept. I should have guessed it would be something I've read, but I am kind of a sucker for these blind date with the books. What can you do? Then I got this graphic novel that looks really cool, The Strange Tales of Oscar Zahn by Treve Wong, Volume 1. It looks like horror. Follow the misadventures of the world's greatest paranormal investigator in this unearthly and heartwarming graphic novel. And it apparently started as a webtoon comic, and it looks so cool. And fun fact, I met the author in the will call line to pick up badges the first day, and we were chatting, and then he mentioned what he was there for, and I was like, oh, cool, maybe I'll find you, and then I did. And also, it's signed, so excited to check that out. All right, oh, here we go. This is it, y'all. This is the one. The one that I was most excited to get. I would say that this is definitely the most exciting thing that I got at Comic-Con. It's a highly anticipated book. It's not coming out until May of next year, and it is The Devils by Joe Abercrombie. Y'all, I'm so excited about this. I really like First Law, and this is a new, not First Law related, long-awaited fantasy. When you're going through hell, you need the devils on your side. A brand new epic fantasy from New York Times bestselling author Joe Abercrombie, featuring a notorious band of anti-heroes on a delightfully bloody journey. I am so excited about this. This made it all worth it, but I have a lot more to show you, but yeah. Very excited to read that one. I was handed a free comic book that I have not looked at, so let's find out what it is. Oh, interesting. Grimm Fairy Tales 2020 Holiday Special. Well, that looks creepy. Coming out in April 2025, we have The Summer I Ate the Rich by Micah and Maritza Molite. This looks fun. It's coming out through Macmillan, a bone-chilling contemporary YA horror about what happens when a Haitian-American girl uses her previously hidden zombie abilities to exact revenge on the wealthy elites who've caused her family pain. I mean, great, love, excited for that. I got a signed finished copy of Inquisitor Rise of the Red Blade by Delilah S. Dawson, a Star Wars book, which is exciting. They don't usually do finished Star Wars books. I mean, it is in paperback, but still, I was pretty excited about that. I dabble in the Star Wars books and have enjoyed them. When the Jedi Order falls, an Inquisitor arises. Very exciting. Another one that will be going to the children, we have Unico Awakening, another graphic novel, an unforgettable adventure across space and time with a very cute little unicorn with magical powers. I mean, how cute is that? It looks so fun. Another purchase I made, I think it was also on sale, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna get it. I've been thinking about it for a while, and I finally decided to go for it. The Splinter in the Sky by Kemi Ashingiwa, a diverse, exciting debut space opera about a young tea expert who ventures into the heart of an empire to find answers about her missing sibling. Perfect for fans of N.K. Jemisin and Nnedi Okorafor. I mean, I saw that and I was like, well, I am certainly a fan of both of them, so okay, cool. Let's do this. Hopefully it's good. It sounds amazing. Then we have a very chunky arc. It's coming out in April 2025 from Orbit. This is The Raven Scholar by Antonia Hodgson. She is a chunker. We are the Raven and we are magnificent. From an electrifying new voice in epic fantasy comes The Raven Scholar, a masterfully woven and playfully inventive tale of imperial intrigue, cutthroat competition, and one scholar's quest to uncover the truth. I mean, I do love court politics and nerdiness, so I feel like this will be right up my alley. From Tor Nightfire, we've got a horror novel, Rose of Jericho by Alex Grecian. This comes out in March 2025. A supernatural horror story where ghosts and ghouls are the least of a witch's problems in 19th century New England. Fun. There's a lot of horror in this haul. A lot of horror, a lot of fantasy. I'm not mad about it. Another purchase, it was 50% off and I got it for my kids, and I'm very excited because I didn't know this author had written a middle grade book. The Last Dragon on Mars by Scott Reintgen. And look at the edges, so fun. This sounds really cool. It is sci-fi, middle grade sci-fi with dragons. Also, he wrote the Nixia series for teens and it was amazing. And I was like, listen, my kids love dragons. We love sci-fi in this house. Yes, I will buy this and we will read it. Another one from Del Rey coming out in March. This is Homegrown Magic by Jamie Pacton and Rebecca Podos. A cozy greenhouse tale with entirely too many strawberries and one mechanical steed. I do love a cozy fantasy, and I don't know if this one is a romance. It's giving me romance vibes. Oh, yes. Okay, this sounds great. A delightfully queer romantic fantasy full of friends to lovers chemistry, found family, rival family drama, and cozy garden magic from two acclaimed YA authors making their debut in the adult space. Doesn't that sound so good? I'm really excited about it. That also sounds right up my alley. Then from Saga, we've got Quickles Folly by R.A. Salvatore. I have not read from him, but I know people really like his fantasy books. Apparently this is the start in a new series that is connected to the Demon Wars series, but you don't have to have read them to try it. A new adventure from the legendary million-selling author and creator of Drizzt Do'Urden. So, yeah. I don't know. It's got a map. I do love a fantasy map, so thank you to Saga Press for that. We're getting there. Only a few books left. Another horror. I told you there's a lot of them. Polybius by Colin Armstrong. This one goes on sale in April, and it sounds cool. Stranger Things meets The Walking Dead in this chilling novel based on the urban legend about a video game created by the government for psychological warfare. It sounds really cool, and the author is like a screenwriter, so should be fun. Another one for the kids, we've got Fresh Start by Gail Galligan. New school, new friends, new challenges. So this is a middle grade graphic novel following a kid whose dad is a diplomat, and so her family moves around a lot. So she starts at a new school and is like, oh, it's fine if I don't make a good impression, we're gonna move again. And then she finds out that her parents are going to buy a house so they can stay there. Also, her family is Thai, and it sounds really cute. It sounds good, so hopefully the kids will enjoy it. 2 books left to go. Another one I'm excited for. Honestly, I already had this as an e-arc on NetGalley, but I was like, yes, give me the physical book. Wonderful. This also goes on sale in April, and it is Boys with Sharp Teeth by Jenny Howell. We Were Liars meets the Raven Boys in the steamy, mind-bending tale of revenge, forbidden desires, and the sinister secrets lurking behind the walls of an elite boarding school. I mean, just catnip for me. Elite boarding school, dark secrets, it's queer, it's like, I mean, it sounds fun. I'm excited. Lastly, we have The West Wind by Alexandria Warwick, which I think this might be the second book in a series, but I want to say they said you can read them as standalones. So this is from Saga Press. From the author of The North Wind comes a darkly reimagined tale of forbidden love inspired by the Greek myth of Hero and Leander and the Scottish ballad Tamlin. Sounds fun. I think you can read them as standalones. I think that's what they said, that they're connected, but don't have to be read one after another. Hopefully that is correct. If I'm wrong about that, let me know. But yeah, another great book. So there you go. Those are all of the things. So many books to add to my TBR. Some of them are for the kids, so it's not so bad, but like there is a lot. You know, I've been trying to read down what I own. I knew it's all every year Comic-Con, I'm like, bleh. And there's many more books to read, but a lot of really cool things, a lot of fun stuff for the kids. Got to meet some amazing authors. I hope you'll go check out the vlog if you haven't seen it yet, because there's so much fun stuff in there. There's clips from some really amazing panels I saw. One about narrating spicy audiobooks, one from the House of the Dragon panel, some stuff on romantasy, like so many fun things, and it was great putting it together. So talk to me in the comments down below. Let me know any of your thoughts on anything I talked about in this video. And for question of the day, let me know what is your most anticipated book for 2025. We're getting close to the end of the year. You could pick something from this list. If there's something else you're excited about that you know about, let me know and leave it in the comments down below. If you like this video, it always helps if you give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.